Hello, and thank you for joining us and tuning in for the 2021 Senior Information Evening Presentation. My name is Mr. Brad Hutchinson. I'm the principal here at Mirboo North Secondary College, and on behalf of our whole community, I'd really like to thank you for taking the time to invest in either your own, if you are a current or prospective student, or if you are a current or prospective parent or carer, your child's educational pathways. It's certainly really important that you make sure that there's some good conversation happening within your household regarding the pathways in which it is that your son or daughter or yourself are going to be taking here at Mirboo North Secondary College moving forward. I'd like to thank the senior school staff who've taken the time to prepare this information for you. Obviously, we would have loved to have all been in the room together and have had that opportunity, but with the COVID restrictions in place, we feel that it's really important that you do understand and have the time to be able to digest the information about the pathways, the opportunities and the programs that we do have here on offer. So like I said, the conversations moving forward are really, really important. We're here to support you as a student or a prospective student, and certainly you as parents and carers. We're really looking forward to working with you moving forward. So you'll hear a little bit later on in the presentation of the opportunity for a live Q&A that we have upcoming. If you're unable to make that, or you are viewing this presentation after the Q&A session's taken place, please do not hesitate to contact the college, and we will certainly look to support you in that decision-making process. Once again, thank you for your time. I really look forward to meeting each and every one of you and working with you along with the rest of the team here at Mirboo North Secondary College. Take care, and I hope you enjoy the presentation.
So what does Year 10 look like at Mirboo North Secondary College? Year 10 is made up of 4 compulsory units of English, Maths, Science, and 1 semester of a combination of history and careers. There are elective units, and then there's a choice of either an accelerated VCE unit or a subject called Work Ready. Students are given the opportunity of completing 1 subject of VCE in Year 10. This provides students with greater levels of understanding of skills that are required to successfully complete units of VCE. Students can choose from a range of VCE subjects, including biology, design and technology wood, general mathematics, health and human development, psychology, visual communication and design, business management, food and technology, history, legal studies, physical education, studio art, and media studies. Some Year 10 students are not ready to complete a VCE subject and would rather have the opportunity to follow a pathway that will start to get them ready to either undertake an apprenticeship, a traineeship, or get them ready for the workforce. Work Ready is a subject that helps students to investigate future work options and enables students to undertake work placements. Work placements take place every Wednesday during terms 2 and 3. It is the student's responsibility to catch up on work missed every Wednesday. However, some Work Ready class time will be set aside for catch-up time. For 1 semester in Year 10, students will have a double period of careers and 3 periods of Australian history. In Year 10, students are also required to undertake work experience. Normally, this takes place during the last week of term 3. However, students who are considering going on with German and taking part in this German exchange program need to be mindful that this will clash with the work experience time. So they will be required to organise their work experience during a different time or during the school holidays. 2 levels of maths are offered in Year 10, which simplify future pathways into VCE maths. There is Core Plus, which is the normal Year 10 mathematics program, and then there's Introductions to Maths Methods. Teacher feedback is used to place students into the right level of mathematics.
Electives. At Year 10, students have a choice of electives from different faculty areas. These areas include arts, PE, technology, and languages. The electives, as you can see on the screen, are digital photography, introduction to VCE art, active sport, leisure sport, challenge and adventure, food today, introduction to cabinet making, visual communication and design, and German. Students who are not doing German will choose 3 electives across the year, and those doing German will have 1 additional elective on top of German. Electives do have costs, and these vary across the different electives, and you can find these costs in the Year 10 handbook. How a student's timetable and blockings will look. On the screen we have a table that shows what the blockings will look like across the year for a Year 10 student who is not doing German. So as you can see, we have English, mathematics, science, and they run across the year. Okay, and they're the core subjects that every student will do. We then have a VCE unit or work ready, and again, this will run across the entire year. Students either in semester 1 or 2 will do history and careers. And as mentioned before, history and careers takes up 1 block, with history having 3 lessons per week and careers having 2 lessons per week. Then we have the 3 electives that are spread across the year. A student's timetable may have 2 electives in semester 1 and then just 1 elective in semester 2, or how it's shown here with 1 elective and the history and careers in semester 1 and the 2 electives in semester 2. But all students will complete the course units of English, Maths, Science, and then they'll have the option with their VCE unit or work ready. This slide shows how the timetable and blockings will look for a student who chooses to study German. So as you can see, there's really not much difference to the previous slide, just that this block or these 2 blocks here are taken up with German rather than electives. So German students will still study the core units of English, Maths and Science. They will still have a choice of a VCE unit or work ready, and these 4 subjects will run across the entire year. They'll have their history and careers block in either semester 1 or 2, and they'll have 1 elective unit. So depending on the elective unit they choose will depend on when their history and careers falls. We do try to make sure that students studying German get into one of the electives that is quite high up on their list. So make sure when you're ordering those, if you're doing German, that you do put in the one that you really want to do at the top of your list. Head Start. Head Start is an apprenticeship and trainee pathway for school students. So Head Start allows students to undertake their VCAL or VCE while starting an apprenticeship. So essentially students can finish their senior schooling and have taken quite a bit of time off their apprenticeship. Employers and students are supported by Head Start coordinators over the whole apprenticeship and traineeship. So once you have completed school, those coordinators will still support you through your apprenticeship or traineeship. Depending on the needs of the employer, students attend school some days and work on others, and this is worked out on a case-by-case basis. For further information on the program, our Head Start coordinator is Nicole Hobson, and her phone number and email address are listed there, but she can be found at school on various days during the week. Just come into the Senior Centre and ask, and we can direct you to her. We'll show a short video from Tom, the Inner Gippsland Cluster Director for Head Start, just explaining a little bit more about the program.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm the Cluster Director for Inner Gippsland Head Start program. If you're looking for a head start in your apprenticeship or traineeship, then the Head Start program's for you. We've got coordinators who are servicing secondary schools throughout the Latrobe, Bor Bor, South Gippsland and Bass Coast Shires. Head Start is a program designed to help you enter the workforce as an apprentice or trainee while you're still at school. So if you want to get cracking, there's no better place to start than Head Start. Working with years 10, 11 and 12, we match you with an employer who will provide you with on-the-job training and a fair wage. And you'll work part-time while you're still finishing your senior secondary schooling. By the time you complete your schooling, you'll be into your first and often your second year of your paid apprenticeship. To date, we have over 70 apprentices and trainees supported right across Gippsland. The Head Start program has over 35 qualifications. Qualifications include traditional trades such as carpentry, plumbing, electrical, automotive trades such as light and heavy automotive, engineering such as boiler making and fitting and turning, But also, Head Start allows for traineeships within early childhood education and care, hairdressing apprenticeships, commercial cookery. There is a whole suite of different qualifications that is suitable for both male and females. One of the many benefits is the dedicated support that you get from our Head Start coordinators. Not only do they match you with an employer, but they support you all the way through your apprenticeship, not only in school, but when you exit school and transition into a full-time apprenticeship, the Head Start coordinator is there all the way.
I'm currently an light mechanical apprentice working at Payne's Diesel Repair at TAFE Gippsland. I like that I can go to work and still have a social life at school. I'm doing VCAL at Luana College. Having Amanda has really helped with a lot. When I get behind with school, I just go to her. She'll send me in the right direction. Having trouble with TAFE or work, she'll send me in the right direction.
Yeah, I've never had an apprentice. It's been good having a part-time apprentice while we've been building the business. It's great to teach a young bloke new things. Yeah, we've had him on work experience to start with and has progressed to the Head Start program.
Finish school, get qualified, earn money, all in the one program. That's Head Start. Contact your careers advisor at your local school to get in touch with one of our Head Start coordinators. Thank you.
Year 10 extracurricular activities. In Year 10, students have a lot of opportunities to participate in various extracurricular activities. This year, due to COVID-19, a lot of these activities have unfortunately not taken place, but hopefully next year, all going well, we'll be able to get a lot of these up and running. So the first one there we have is the German exchange. So that's one that students look forward to every year, going over to Germany to stay with a host family and have a German student come out to Australia. And this really cements those students' skills in the language, particularly before they go into VCE study. Peer support is a program where our Year 10 students work with the new Year 7s to help them with their transition from primary school to Year 7, and they do a lot of activities with them and things like team building and just helping them to feel welcome within the school. Work experience runs for 1 week during the year, so all Year 10 students go out to the workplace and experience what it is like to work in the world of work. So they hopefully choose something that they're considering doing as a career, and they can actually get an idea of if it's what they would really like to do in the future. Sometimes these placements can be quite competitive to get into, and we do encourage students to start thinking about it early, and if they have a particular place in mind, to get in and ask early about it. Interschool sports, so we have various team sports that take place with other schools across Gippsland, and then also our interschool sports teams for athletics, cross country and swimming. There's various subject-based excursions, and these run across the board with different subjects. And then there's also the South Gippsland music program that students can participate in. Information and dates, so where to next? Your student will come home with a counselling timetable, a course selection sheet and a subject list. And on this subject list will include the web links to the Year 10 handbook and the Senior School handbook. In these handbooks you can find a whole lot of information, but the main thing you'll probably be looking at is the actual content of the subjects that your child is thinking of choosing. So we suggest you have a bit of a chat with your child about what they're thinking of doing, if they're going to do VCE or work ready, if they're going to continue German, if they're a German student, what they're thinking of doing in the future. So then you can start to look at subjects that would suit that pathway. Subject counselling will take place on Friday the 7th of August, and due to COVID-19 restrictions we can't have parents on site, but you can join via WebEx if you would like to be involved in that conversation with your child. So we will provide the link to the WebEx room of the person that your child is having their interview with, and you can just jump on to WebEx during the time of that interview, and we can all sort of discuss what they're thinking of doing and which subjects would be best suited to them. Then subject selection forms are due back the following Friday, and we need those signed by both the student and the parent, just so that we know that parents are aware of what their student has chosen, and that the students can take some ownership of the subjects that they have selected. From there, we wait for all of the subject selections to come in across senior school, and then decisions start being made on which subjects run and which subjects that students go into. So we normally start to find out towards the end of October, start of November, what's going to be happening with subjects for the following year. If the time that your child has been given for their counselling doesn't work, they need to come and see one of the senior team so that we can swap them with another student. And if parents have any questions, they're more than welcome to contact us at the college, even if it is after the counselling has taken place. You might think of something that you need to ask, just feel free to contact us at the college and we'll be able to help you out with whatever inquiries you have.
That concludes our presentation. However, on Monday the 27th of July between 6:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m, we will be holding a live Q&A session. Web links will be sent home with students. However, if you are a new parent or family that are wishing to join our college, please contact the school on Monday and we can get that web link to you. During that Q&A session, you will have the ability to talk to our senior school team and ask them questions. During that evening, you will get to meet Miss Morena Braziz, our senior school leader, Miss Leah Underwood, our Careers Pathways leader, Miss Rose Hill, who's one of our senior school coordinators, and Mr. Alan Risley, who's also our senior school coordinator. Thank you.